Hey everybody, Yeahthatperson, Chris here. So, I wanted to talk today about apps. Hey everybody, Yeahthatperson, Chris here. So, I wanted to talk today about apps. There's a ton of apps on the market out there. What do you use for your board and connectivity? I know the DIY community uses a few different VSEC apps. What do you use in the Boosted community? Do you use the Boosted app? Do you use a third-party app? So today I just want to make a few quick comparisons between two apps and two platforms. So, Android people, my family, my friends, life sucks for us because they're just not deving our stuff fast enough. So, let's get started. First, let's start out with the Boosted app. The Boosted app you can find on iOS and you can find in the Google Play Store. For Google Play, it works on your Android. In the iOS store, you can get it on your iPhone, your iPad, but you can also get it for the Watch OS, which is really awesome. With Watch OS, you get an additional feature that you can't get with Android because they have not brought this feature over yet. So you can actually see your speed and your battery level real time through your Apple Watch. That's pretty cool. The Boosted app is great. It lets you check in and see where you are on mileage, lets you set a trip meter. Also lets you register your board online. Without the Boosted app, you can't clock points for stuff like the Summer Showdown and other competitions like that. Without the Boosted app, you can't update your board or your remote firmware, which is really, really important. The Boosted app is really awesome. I've had a few issues with it on my Android phones. It was great at one point when it came out, and honestly, it's just sometimes I have trouble getting my boards to connect. And I've spent so much time, I've honestly given up and decided I don't care anymore. But I get to live in both worlds because I do have an iPhone for work, so I get to utilize the iPhone app for Boosted, and it seems to be much more stable. Probably because Apple has a standardized platform and their hardware is the same. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's talk about another app though. What about Ride? Have you guys heard about Ride? Ride is only available for iOS. Sorry, Android fam. Sucks for us. But kind of okay for me because I also have an iPhone. So the Ride app is really awesome. Ride app is third party. It connects regularly to the board on Power Up. You can set all sorts of alerts for it. One of the coolest features about the Ride app is that you can set it to auto start. When your board powers up, it connects. As soon as your board starts to move, it starts recording the ride, so no more forgot rides that you're trying to track. It's also got a really cool mapping feature. The Boosted app shows you where you went on a map. The Ride app shows you where you went on a map, shows you your top speed, where that was, but interactively, you can click anywhere on the map and see what your speed was at that point if you have any questions about it. So I think that's pretty cool. The other really cool thing that the Ride app brings to the table is the watch. Now, the Boosted watch does bring battery and speed. The Ride watch brings a few more items. It allows you to separately track your rides. And when it gets tracked in the app, it shows it's tracked on the iWatch or iOS. The watch isn't as smart as it can't just automatically start. If your board is connected to your phone and your phone is on you, it will show you your battery level. And you can actually change modes through the Ride app, which is pretty awesome. You have to be stopped, of course, to do such. One place where the Ride app falls a little bit short for me is that so far I can only find that it connects to one board. I can't connect multiple boards unless I forget a board and add a new board. I would love it if I could connect multiple boards to it so when I choose a board I don't have to deal with any of those things. So right now, I have it just connected to my V2 because that's normally my daily rider. And that's a good one for it to be connected to for me. The Boosted app, however, you can connect multiple boards to, and that's pretty cool. Boosted app also has a feature that the Ride app doesn't have. It allows you to tweak your settings based on height, weight, and ride style, where you can adjust sliders to tweak the way that you ride and the terrain around you, so you can kind of fine-tune your range a little bit more. Ride seems to come preset with a standard range setting that it calculates, and it seems to be unadjustable at this point. Okay, here's what we can't forget about the Ride app. ITTT triggers. I have to really think every time I say that. ITTT stands for if this then that. Allows you to do some really cool programming and come up with some really cool stuff for you. One of the most useful features is with the Ride app, you can set different thresholds of alerts. An alert on connect, an alert on disconnect, an alert on a low threshold of power, your minimum charge that you want, and full charge. And then with those and utilizing the ITTT framework, you can make cool things happen. Like, you can purchase a plug on Amazon and connect to where when your board reaches 90%, the ITT trigger turns the ITTT capable plug off. Why would this be useful? For people that live on top of a giant hill and they have a 2 miles down a 25% hill grade and they need to make sure that their board is not fully charged so they have brakes. Comes in really cool right there. Here's what I'd like to throw out there, a challenge for you to utilize the ITTT features of the Ride app to make some cool stuff happen with your board. Maybe when you plug it in, it turns on ambient lighting in your charge station. And if the battery is low, that light is a certain tone. And then maybe when it hits minimum charge, it turns to a new tone. And then maybe when it hits full charge, it sends off all sorts of alerts, SMS messages, blinks all the lights in your house, makes toast, and starts a pot of coffee. I don't know. Do something cool and hit me back and let me know. I'm throwing this challenge out there to you peeps. Do it. So for me, I'm going to be living in both worlds, or all 3, 4, 5, 7 worlds. I don't know. I'm going to have the boosted app on both my iPhone and my Android because I need it to do the firmware updates. When them competitions come, I'm going to be clocking miles for my team. But I also have that Ride app set up because I really like it on the regular if I'm not needing to do those updates. I think the features are really cool. I like being able to glance down and have all them awesome features on my wrist and be able to glance at them. So if you haven't already, check out the Ride app. If you like it, hit dude up, drop some money in the tip jar. There's no ads or anything, and he's just doing this because he loves what we do. He loves doing this, and he has a passion for it just like you and me. So throw dude some change. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Drop me some comments below. Let me know what you think about the apps and what you use, or do you even care about apps? If you're a DIYer, let's talk about your apps and how freaking awesome they are, because I've seen them, right? They're awesome. The things you can do with those. Can't wait to build a DIY board one day. It's going to be great. Subscribe if you haven't. Ring that bell so you get my alerts, because I'm putting out new videos all the time. Yeah.